Oh. Oh. Where are we at? We're here? We're right here. Hey. Happy Sunday to you. It's Lopez Radio on Twitch. At Lopez Radio for all social medias. And LopezRadio.com and Parentally Unprepared and all those things. Are you throwing bees? Look at that. Look at the bee jar. Those look great. Hi, Curdy. Hi, Living Dead Girl. Carrying suitcase, Sergeant Sexy. I hope you're all doing really well. Whoa. Sorry. Pardon. What is this? Okay, that's that. What is this? Oh. What is this? I kind of like this. I probably need to figure out a way just to had to get some vodka. Had to get some vodka. Hi, Ned. Maybe I need to figure out how to put chat like here. No, maybe chat here. I kind of like the full screen aspect of talking to you guys. Harvester, hope you're doing well, Bear. Good to see you, buddy. How's everyone tonight? The full ass? The full ass. Let's see, so we got that, and we got this, which isn't bad. I don't have doggos right now, though, so that's what I was kind of thinking, like, just doing this. Wait. Where'd it go? There. This one? They're upstairs. I can see if I can get them. Hold your horses. Why isn't that camera working? What the fuck? Fine, you sons of bitches. Fine. You win. You win. Vodka's gross. Hot take. Suddenly doggos. There they are. The stars of the show. The real stars of the show. Anyway, I hope you're all doing really well. Trying to figure out what to do this week. Sorry I was late today. Didn't get to have a full stream. But we will be streaming Tuesday and Wednesday this week. Tuesday night and Wednesday night. I think that here's what I'm thinking about doing. This game right here. Deathloop comes out on Tuesday. It's a little expensive, but I feel like I should play it. I don't know why. It looks really fun. They're on the couch like, yo, what the fuck did you bring us here? Yeah, they are. I don't know. I don't know if it's all hype, but I mean, it's the studio behind Dishonored and Prey. Trailer looked badass. It did, didn't it? Brown liquor greater than clear liquor? Maybe so. I don't know. Also, I was recording some podcast with Sheets earlier. Exclamation BSLR. We recorded another Sunday night alternative that I'll be probably editing up tomorrow or Tuesday and putting up on the Spotify. On the Spotify. So we might be doing this. What's their other game? Prey is the other game. What up, Namie? How are you doing, man? Good to see you. Hope you're all doing well. Good to see you and the lovely wife hanging out tonight. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Wonderful weekend. Yeah, we're not going to be doing a long one. I might be on here for about another hour and change. Cut out around 6 Eastern. Go help bathe the child. We're probably going to watch Malignant after the child goes to bed tonight. do a little of that scary movie. A little of that scary movie. Sean, we need to set up another night with Rose. I just saw her fire up Hunt Showdown. It makes me want to play. Speaking of good dev teams, sucks the president of Tripwire is a stupid cunt. What happened there? Yeah, Tripwire is based out of Georgia. Tripwire are a bunch of Georgia boys. Let's look and see what Tripwire did. Tripwire CEO. Out 53 hours after tweeting his opinions on the Texas abortion law. Oh, god damn. All right, let's see here. John Gibson, CEO of Tripwire Interactive, a studio known for games like Killing Floor and Maneater, was made to step down a blisteringly quick 53 hours after he tweeted in favor of the controversial Texas abortion law. In his tweet, Gibson says, proud of hashtag U.S. Supreme Court, affirming the Texas law banning abortion for babies with a heartbeat. As an entertainer, I don't get political often, yet as an entertainer, I don't even know who the fuck you are, sir. Yet, with so many vocal peers on the other side of the issue, I felt it was important to go on the record as a pro-life game developer. How many people is he taking care of after they're born? You don't get political often, so why start now? Exactly. It's a bum out. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. John Gibson, fucking, can you think of a name that is just more bland, right? Is not the person I would be thinking about when I think of Tripwire. I would think about all the other devs, all the other playtesters, all the other, people that are behind doing all that. John Gibson probably has very little to do with those games. And here's the thing. It's not a bum out because they kicked him out 53 hours after he made the tweet. You lay down with dogs, you get fleas, though. That's true, but do you think everybody at Tripwire is a bunch of assholes? I think it's easy to cut and paste that over everybody. Like, I'm glad they got rid of him and all that stuff, but man, that is it's pretty quick to boot a CEO. Yeah, chances are they cut him loose because he's a turd and they don't need him stinking up the building. Sinking the ship. That's true too. Not entirely, I'm sure, but no, it doesn't. Absolutely doesn't. I mean, I completely don't agree with his position, but we really at a point where people like this lost their careers over it. People are sensitive as fuck. I mean, I've always been of the opinion that you can state anything you want. Freedom of speech, right? You can't get locked up for it. But if a company chooses not to fucking deal with you anymore, that's kind of on you. It is on you. I think it's more telling of the company that ditched him after his statement rather than after weeks of public outcry. I mean, that's just the risk you take, right? Like, there's probably some stupid shit I've said on Twitter that, I mean, I don't think I've said anything that's like that inflammatory, but like if someone decided, hey, I think podcasts are offensive in general, and they wanted to go after me, you've got the right to believe and say whatever the fuck you want, but they've got the right to be like, get the fuck out of here. Talk shit, get hit. It's like that dude. Did you guys see that guy that was giving the TikTok girls on the beach trouble? The TikTok girls on the beach? He got fired from his job. That was not a good look at all. Yeah, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences. Yeah. Look, man, it's just a sad fact, right? Let's see. And this is a hot button issue. They didn't fire him for voting for Trump, but for supporting the oppression of women. As most adult job people know, you're an ambassador for your company. I mean, yeah. I don't dispute the company's right to dump him, but it's not like he used a racial slur. I don't agree with them, but I understand why pro-life people come at it the way they do. I mean, it just seems like such a weird move, though. The whole, I don't get political often, and I'm an entertainer. Not a racial slur, but basically said I support not having women not having bodily rights. Dude, those laws passed in Texas are pretty fucking rough. They're pretty rough. And maybe Tripwire doesn't want to be associated with anyone who supports that. I honestly don't know if I don't feel like they're wrong. Like I don't want to be associated with anyone who's like, fuck yeah, fuck women's rights. Like, I don't want to be associated with anyone like that. Especially with all the weird bounty shit and stuff like that. Could be rumor. But like it's pretty rough, man. He'll get a job somewhere else. I'm sure he'll be fine. But like, at that point, you're the CEO of Tripwire. You're probably doing just fine. Like, why even do it? We can't possibly discuss this in chat. Too complicated. But I don't think most pro-life people come at... No, I don't think they do either. But like, look, there's a difference in being like, hey, look, I'm pro-life. Right? There's a difference in being like, I'm pro-life. And a difference in like, I am for this law that shuts a lot of shit down for women. There's a big difference there. That's where he went wrong. Like, he didn't just come out and be like, I'm pro-life. He's like, applauding the U.S. Supreme Court for upholding this terrible fucking law. You know? That's a difference. Like, there's like, so you can feel personally about it how you want to feel, right? And not have to preach it to others, right? Not to be an evangelist about it. So like, for me personally, I've got no reason why I think I would ever, like, I haven't been in the situation, but I personally, probably would never go out and be like, yeah, we should get an abortion. But I'm never going to be like, I don't think other people shouldn't, I would never say you shouldn't have that option. I'm not going to decide other people's affairs for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like that's my place. See, I was going to open up with Howard Stern's take on COVID, but I kind of let this one out of the gate. Oh, I saw the Howard Stern one. We can get sideways quick on both sides of the argument. But what they're going to focus on, like, no one's saying that he's being fired for being pro-life. He's being fired for being like, I like this law. Hell yeah. Really, it's not a discussion anyone with a PP. Yeah, I absolutely. I'm not a woman. I can't imagine what that decision's like. I know people that have made that decision. It's not a decision I personally make, but I'm not going to stand in the way of anyone's ability to make that decision. To play devil's advocate, maybe how it's different for procreating women's right to choose, yet protecting the children's right to live. I think pro-lifers mainly look at that. I think it's because a lot of people, particularly religious people, this is a child being murdered. Again, not my stance, but that's where most reasonable pro-life people I know are coming from. There are too many variables in a situation to be able to tell someone what they should do with their own body. Just my opinion. Yeah. when you're talking about big issues in life, right? There are very rarely these cut and dry, black and white moments of this is the way it should be. It's almost always got to be case by case basis, right? Almost always. There are cut and dry moments, stuff like that, but you're never going to have, especially with this argument, you're never going to have just a this is right and this is wrong. It's just not, there's too many nuances to it. I think the problem is that religious beliefs are leaking too heavily into what is now a government issue. I mean, but that's always been a struggle, right? That's always been a struggle. I firmly believe that pineapple is good on pizza. Can't but I can't get any blacker or whiter than that. All right. Fair enough. You have the right to be wrong. On the flip, I think there comes a point where it's too late. You made your choice. The thing is alive inside you, but 6 weeks is like most people don't realize until after that. But there's definitely a line, right? At some point, it becomes a living thing. I don't know what that is, and that's not my call. But I don't know whose call that is. Like it should be absolutely the woman's choice. I'm not a woman, so I have no idea. But I've known people on both sides of it who are just like, I can't do this because I don't believe in it, and they had their kid. And their kid's amazing, right? And then I know people on the other side that were just like, nope, not going to do it. And they're out. So it's kind of a deep thing to really kind of dive into here. But like, I say we can agree. I can certainly feel that, that I think the way they've set up that law is truly fucked up. Truly fucked up. And, with Tripwire, he's tweeting that on his own regard. And maybe Tripwire's just like, look, man, we're not here for you to make waves. You're here to fucking lead this company. And when you do this, it did exactly what some of you were saying in chat. And that's what Tripwire didn't want. You guys are like, that's a bummer because I like these games. I like the games they put out and stuff like that. And that's why Tripwire's just like, well, fuck, we don't want to deal with that because everybody takes this guy and then applies it to everyone below him when there might be some people who feel the same way around him. There could be. But most likely there's going to be more people that don't feel that way. Don't worry about opening the box on that one. It might follow him for a while, but there's companies that will be fine with that stance. And look, we're not piling on to any one person in here, so don't fucking feel bad. Everybody's going to have their opinions, and, everybody's going to feel how they're going to feel. We're all having a discussion in here. I don't want anyone to ever feel like they're being attacked or anything like that. No one's being attacked. It's just, it's tough when you feel a certain way, right? Big talk usually comes from people, from big people on the chain. So it's natural for people to paint that fence with a broad brush. Okay. No, definitely. I wouldn't fault anyone for their own beliefs and choices. I'm just saying that it would be an individual choice made by an individual people and not nosy assholes. Trim this smells nice. All right, this song's annoying as shit. But yeah, hey man, that's the risk you take. Talk shit, get hit. You get shown the door sometimes. I mean, look at this guy. I don't know if you guys, did any of you see that? I don't know if you did reply. Did anyone of you see the TikTok that went viral of the guy berating the girls in bikinis on the beach? They were wearing bikinis on the beach, and he was, and I guess they were cut kind of high. Some of them might be close to a thong, or they might have been a thong. Doesn't really fucking matter, right? and he decided to go up and tell them that they were inappropriately dressed for the beach. Bikinis, inappropriately dressed for the beach, and that they should cover up, and that they're not presenting themselves very ladylike, shit like that. And turns out he got fired from his job because he kept sticking his foot in his mouth. And he made his own like video before he got fired. Like, listen, I've got a problem with porn addiction, and I feel like basically just sexualizing the shit out of these girls, and pretty much just comparing them to porn, which he has a problem with. Like, so his temptation is their problem. His temptation is their issue to deal with and not his own. Rather than turning the fuck around and not looking at them, he decided to sit there and just talk shit to them and be like, very super religious, like be like all these religious texts and all this stuff. And it's just kind of like, dude, just because something turns you on doesn't mean someone can't do it. I didn't see it, but it's surprisingly poignant to what we're talking about. It cost you nothing to mind your own business, and yet you consciously decided to fuck with people. We could flip it also that if women had the right to choose to keep or not according to law, what about men to not pay child support if she decides to keep it or not? Don't men have rights too? It seems like a big topic. That's a deep one, Lord. That's a fucking deep one. That's true. You got to take care of what you've done, man. There's choices you make. Let's see. Just like the stupid bitch in Nebraska who followed a mom and kid around coughing on them at the grocery store. Oh my God. I saw that video and I was like, how is this lady not punched square in the fucking face? How is this lady not getting uppercutted and her teeth getting knocked out? Ooh, man. I just can't believe that, man. It takes two to tango. It really stems from a need to teach people about sex and safe sex and consequences of unsafe sex. I don't think they get the same right to say that. They don't. Because she wasn't in Texas. Dude, hats off to the lady that was dealing with that shit. Like, when it comes down to it, Lord, it's the lady's body. And there was still a choice made to unsafely have sex. Men would have hit her for that shit here, dude. Yeah, it's assault. That's assault, brother. Hi, Lyra. You walked into a barrel full of shit. Dive in with us. The water's fine. Feels great in here. A little stinky, but we're good. I know what you're saying, Lord, but at the same time, like, I don't think he has, like, that's just, unfortunately, that's one of those things where, look, man, you did this and now this person's part of the world and needs to be taken care of. Put it this way. The day a man can give birth is the day men can decide on what's best. There we go. If the state would actually offer any amount of financial support for single parents, I would agree that maybe sometimes people should be able to get out of paying child support. The way it stands now, though, if we made it available, then there would be so many deadbeat dads who would just skip out on the consequences of saying, nah, man. Yeah, that's true. Oh, and for reference, 54 years old. For reference, 54 years old, worked at a German-based software company, so old enough to know better, and good job now lost. Damn. Lyra, we already had covered people with willies shouldn't be governing, on this. If I'm raped to become pregnant, no man is going to tell me what I can and can't do. I can't disagree with you. If you're learned enough to use safe sex practices and aren't a giant asshole, then you shouldn't ever have to get it in a men's rights parts. if you knowingly fucked off raw dog style, it kind of feels like you're crossed to bear financially now. I'm just saying you can't have one without the other. If things are going to be equal, well, things are never going to be equal. It's like trying to balance an asymmetric game. You're just never going to happen. It's never going to happen. And financially, the way the world is, like, it's just, unless the person's well-to-do, it's very expensive to have a child. But I don't think you're going to stop. I don't think you're going to stop child support from happening. That's the other thing, Carrion. Now you're going to have this fucked up underground of shit, right? Just go somewhere else other than Texas. It's not like it's the only place that was an option. I mean, some people can't afford to like do that though. Some people can't afford to do it, and I know that that's a tough situation to be in. Like, maybe you can, or they don't know it. They don't have the means to do that, right? They do have the means to go down the street to a clinic, but they don't have the means to travel across state lines. That's what's being fought for. That's what's being screamed for. That's what's being protested for. It's strange. You got to admit, women have not had a great shake of it as far as history goes. They really haven't. I think shortly after the fact, shortly after Texas showed their heads were up their asses, Mexico decriminalized abortion. So there's that, yeah. They'll be doing it long after, yeah. These orgs are not pro-life, they are pro-birth. They don't care what happens to the baby after it's born. That's another true fact. That's a very true fact. It's pro-life for certain situations, and after that, they could give a fuck less. If an essentially unwanted kid is forced into this world, they're probably not growing up to be Elon Musk. I mean, anything's possible, but I mean, if you look at how many people there are in the world versus how many Elon Musks there are, I mean, chances, right? Your chances are it's like that's some worse than lottery chances. Put in policies and support systems, and then we can talk, but until then, there's no argument. That's another thing to think about, Lord. Like, if the state can go above and beyond to enforce these rules, right, then why aren't they going above and beyond to take care of the people that aren't being taken care of after they have a child and then the dad up and disappears? Like, there's the courts, right? But that only goes so far. Like, you can lose a court battle. You can lose, you can be told, hey, you have to do this, but having to do and actually doing are two different things. Or a rape, like, that's a very different thing, right? So, I mean, your scenario is saying that the person knows that person and has a relationship with that person and continues to see that person. There's, like I said, there's no black and white to it. Unless we're talking about pineapple on pizza, there's no black and white to it. Because I think the dingbat governor of Texas said that this law would eliminate rapists. Did he say that? No, come on. Isn't there a high single mom rate based on government programs to give aid to those households? In fact, they make more money the more kids they have without dads in the house. Where did you hear that from? And what are we talking about? What programs? Like, what programs are we chatting about? I think there's a high rate of single moms because the divorce rate is well over 50% at this point. And most people don't even get, like, there's a lot of people who never even get married. I've said people that support pro-life should be forced to adopt a kid, but then I thought about that kid growing up with those kind of parents, and it kind of wrecks the idea. This is true. Dude, that was made back in the 60s. What was made back in the 60s though? I'm asking. I've never heard this. It's probably state by state, but the same people who are pro-life typically of the belief that social services are evil and only for lazy people to stay lazy. It's a real government program. I never heard of it. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I just don't know. I'm not saying you're wrong. What up, Magaza? I'm just saying you can never go wrong with staying the fuck out of people's business. You can never go wrong with being like, look, what you do with your body has nothing to do with me. Just like with religion. Like, that always drove me crazy growing up. People who... So that always drove me crazy. Like, people who would press religion. Growing up in the South, you get it all the time. You know, people that would shame you for not going to church, people that would shame you for not doing this or that. Like, I've just never been a fan of anyone who, or any group of people who have to go out and shame people for the choices they make. Like, that has zero to do with you. You know, we can even talk about gay marriage for that matter. Why do you care who gets married? What's the point of caring about who gets married? If they're not marrying you, that's the only time you have a fucking say in the whole fact. So leave them alone. That's why single parent families get sleep for dinner. But guaranteed you have to corral 15 to 20 first grade kids. You'd pump the brakes on having a kid or insinuating other people should. Maybe. I don't know. I think there's a lot of people who you can even put them in that situation. People are stubborn enough that they're just going to stand by that shit. I did see the most American thing. You know, Evander Holyfield fought Vitor Belfort this weekend in a boxing match. And they did a 9/11 tribute, like a moment of silence. And this is in Florida. And some lady just decided to scream out during it and just completely wreck the moment. It's the most picturesque version of American society I've ever seen in my life. Stay in your own fucking lane, yeah. Kind of, Lyra. What did she yell? We're gonna watch it. Here, we'll watch it. It's very short. It's only like 44 seconds long. It wasn't anything good. I saw something today. The administration failed. Home Alone 2 actor was found defunding. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Let's watch this for a second. So this is the very beginning of a moment of silence for 9/11, and this took place in Florida. And this lady, this drunk woman yells out during a 9/11 moment of silence at the Holyfield versus Belfort fight. It's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny. I just love the guy that just gets fed up and he just goes, "Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!" He gets so mad. Listen to him. Listen to him. He can't even keep his words together. Yo, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Jesus fucking Christ, man. Yo, shut the fuck up! That dumb bitch was overserved. Also, thank God they have objectified scantily clad women in the ring. It couldn't be possible to have a boxing match without it. Listen, I know the ring girls are just making, they've got a job, they're getting paid. It doesn't bug me that they're there, but I think it is really funny to have a scantily during a 9/11 tribute to have one of them carry a flag down the aisle. Like, it just seems a little odd when you have clearly first responders there that could be doing something like that. It just felt really weird. What happens in Fight Club stays in Fight Club? Yeah, maybe so. You don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. Like, look, I've been to several live fighting events, and I've talked to ring girls before for the UFC, for Bellator, for things like that. They're just getting paid. They're no different than people who get paid to model other shit. To me, I don't have a problem with that. At least they didn't put a fireman's helmet on her. That's true. Same as F1 girls, yeah. Yeah, Bonnie's snuggling the chungus over there. Danger close. Kill that fucker! That one guy, though, man, he's, "Hey, you shut the fuck up!" I think it's impossible to have a moment of silence in a crowd that big. Anywhere. There's always going to be someone who wants to be a smartass and ruin it. Always. It's an indictment of the audience more than the women working. Maybe so. Okay, Renee. It is possible to have a moment of silence when it is impossible to have a moment of silence when someone pre-games at a trailer park. It's true, maybe so. Punching someone should be legal. Oh yeah, that, and we were talking about the lady in the grocery store that was coughing on people. The people coughing, the lady that was like shaming people who were wearing masks and coughing on them and following them around this, harassing them and following them around the store. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? So where did we start? Where were we?
I had my pieces.
I have my pieces.
My guns.
Oh.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Wow. Bang! Well, I don't see so good, so I missed. Then they ran away. I ran after them.
Okay.
Bang! Try to shoot them in the back. But I don't run so good either. Anyway.
S'mores. S'mores would have stroked that bitch. Fucked her up. Or LDG would have stroked that bitch. Probably. I would have loved to see that, LDG. Sorry, I was thinking about S'mores with her pieces. I have my pieces. According to the headline, this bitch walked up to the pair and politely asked, she engaged in knowing rational chatter before going ape shit. Like, who fucking does that? Crazy people. Don't be a twat and life will be fine. Twat waffle. Don't be a twat waffle. Just fucking go to the store and go home. That's all I do. I try my best not to even look at a fucking person when I'm at the store. Unless they're helping me or ringing me out, then I will talk to them and be very nice, or if I need someone's assistance. I don't want to talk to anybody else when I'm in the store. Get your shit and get the fuck out. I am not interested in whatever it is you're going to say to me if you're not an employee helping me. Don't want to hear your shit, man. And always be overly nice to the people that are out there working, because they're the ones that have to deal with those shitheads all the time. Always be nice to them. It should be a rule that you have to work in food and or retail for a little while, just so you know how that person gets treated. Also, fuck self-checkout. I do kind of like... now, here's where I'll stop you, Namie. I do kind of like self-checkout if it's easy to do. I'm also not the person like... maybe if I have up to 4 or 5 items, I'll do self-checkout. If I have more than that, hell, sometimes even when I don't have more than that, I'll go through the fucking checkout line anyway. Retail sucks for sure. It really does. Most people don't know how to use it. If it's open, I know how to fucking get in there, scan your shit, pay for your shit, get the fuck out. It takes jobs away from people, I think. I could see that. But I don't know. I don't think... I mean, there's always people, at least at my grocery store, that are manning it and helping people out. I think it's good for, if they would enforce the limits, like 10 items or less or something like that, I think it'd be great. But I don't know. The whole Bill Burr bit about self-checkout, which is like, you're making me be an employee to buy shit from you. You're making me be an employee. Retail sucks for sure, yeah. I don't even work for you. Retail stays sucking, me needing something from the top shelf but not wanting to talk to people. You should just travel with your own stool. Just keep a stepladder under your arm while you're walking around. Imagine s'mores just dragging a step stool through the store. I don't trust a lot of grocery workers to bag my groceries properly. We had to hire the engineers to invent it and the techs to make those machines, and then the techs to keep the maintenance. Maybe so. But someone who would normally be a checkout person, to play devil's advocate, someone who would normally be a checkout person and could probably be really good at it might not necessarily be the type of person that would be an engineer to create and develop and maintain those machines. The taking jobs away argument falls flat for me. There are always jobs out there, but the jobs may be in a different skill set than need to learn to do. Disagree. I think smashed bread or crushed potato chips is a reasonable price to pay for not getting for not having to bag fucking groceries. I've never had a problem with bagged groceries. I've never gotten shit that was all fucked up. Most people at the pro level of grocery bagging, which are the only stores I go to. I only want to be around pro baggers, right? They know the eggs. The eggs go last, right? They know the bread sits on top. They understand that you put the cleaning products with the cleaning products. You don't put the Drano with the potatoes. You don't fucking do it. Playing the devil's advocate today, I understand. So all these 16-year-old kids have a degree. Yeah. So all the 16-year-olds that have a degree and that go get gas money. Yeah. No, it's a devil's advocate type of situation, but I would say that I probably go through regular checkout and self-checkout equally. It just depends. Tetris is a life skill. This is not up for negotiation. Hell, my bread is smashed when I bag it. S'mores. Just put it in last. They got that little tray. Just lay it up on top until you're done. Then put it in last. And with eggs and bread, make sure they're isolated in the trunk to their own section, or just move them up to the seat with you. Set them in the floorboard up front. You'll never get smashed bread. Dude, I watched a food video to where this lady, when she cooks her chicken, she marinates them in bleach in her sink before cooking it. What? How long is she marinating it in bleach? I have a real life friend who does that? What? All right. Rinsing your meat. And why would you rinse your meat? Just cook it. Just fucking cook it, man. All right, let's see. Bleaching chicken. All right, let's see what this thing is. Chlorinated chicken, how safe is it? Chlorinated chicken explained. Chlorine washed chicken. All right, let's see what this says here. This is all talking about Brexit and the EU. What are we talking about here? This lady cleans her chicken with bleach.
I saw this on the internet. This woman cleans her chicken with Clorox bleach.
The fucking chicken is how my grandma showed me, my mama showed me, and this is how I do it for me. So you're gonna put a little bit of Clorox. It has to be name brand Clorox bleach, or it will not taste right. Once you put your Clorox, you're gonna take a little bit, maybe about 2 drops of the Dawn dish detergent. Don't put a lot. That's what people mess up at. You only need 2 drops. Once you do that, you're gonna soak it around inside of your mix, move it around until you see the water look a little bit hazy. That means the chicken is now clean. Then you're gonna rinse it. Right here, my chicken started going down my drainer.
What the fuck are you doing? Dude, all right. First of all, she literally turned on the fucking the dish disposal, the fucking waste disposal. What do you call that thing? Garbage disposal. And sucked like half her chicken down. What the fuck? You think it's trolling? It's got to be trolling. She just stuck her fingers down there before it turned off.
Shit back up because it was going down and I cannot lose my chicken because I only got a little bit. So once I got all my chicken back to the top, of course, I go ahead and hit a little bit of water, rinse it off, and then once I rinse it off, I'm going to go ahead and now start the seasoning. I'm going to put my complete seasoning on it, just a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, and then of course my Lowry seasoning salt. Once I do that, I'm going to mix it up really, really good, and I'm going to put it inside of a bowl, put it in the refrigerator for about 15-20 minutes, let it cool down, and I'll be back for part 2 of how I...
Okay, couple things I noticed. First, she says, this is how I do it for me, which tells you no amount of comments on the internet are going to stop her from doing this. Her mom taught her, her grandma taught her mom. She's not going to stop. Secondly, and this is nitpicky, I know. She said use a name brand Clorox. Clorox is the name brand version of bleach. And, shout out to you, Clorox, because, you know what I'm saying, you know what's important enough that, people associate your name with that. But the most important thing that was interesting to me, you clean your chicken with bleach, but let it fall into the garbage disposal, okay? And then just wash that part off, okay? You just washed off what was in the garbage disposal. Keyword, garbage. After using bleach, you said, oh, shoot, the garbage part of this is okay. I'm just going to wash it off, season with the Lowry's. That's what you said. Now, black folks, I know we like clean, but this is like dangerously clean. Bleach, have you seen what bleach does to clothing? And you mix that, you put a bleach brine for the chicken, And if that's not enough, you threw some dishwashing liquid in there, your inside's gonna be spicy. You got bleach on the inside of your body. And then you put chicken seasoning in and you fried bleach.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe it. What is this? Chicken.ca? Disinfecting with a mild bleach solution. Bleach is great at keeping your whites white, but it's not only useful in the laundry room. Did you know common household bleach makes a powerful disinfectant to kill virtually every germ on the planet? What? Okay, this isn't even... Okay, this is just talking about cleaning up in the kitchen. It's not even talking about using it on chicken. It's just chicken.ca. The fuck? I can't find anything where it looks like someone's not trolling me. Find me a link and I'll talk about it, but I'm... I would have to see her actually cook it up and eat it. Yeah, same here. How do we know that's not just expired chicken and she did that with? We don't know that. Spicy. The Nella. The fucking Nella. The story of the bitch who licked the ice cream and put it back. What? After you prepared it, yeah. You ever read that story? It's old. I don't know where. I never read about the lady that licked the ice cream and put it back. TLDR, the girl bought it before doing the right thing, but it spurred a whole ass thing. Oh. Is this the person that licked the... Oh, okay, I think I do vaguely remember that. People are dumb, man. People doing it. You remember the milk, the milk dropping thing where people were taking 2 gallons of milk, throwing them on the ground, and then falling down and laying there, or taking videos of them laying there until the fucking employee showed up? Gallon smashing. You remember that shit? That was a thing for a while. 2 gallons of milk, they would just slam them on the ground and then flip back like a pro wrestler and back flop and just wait for the employees to come by and then pretend like they had slipped and fell. I always loved the videos where they actually fell and wanged their hands. I hate the inhabitants of this earth. Fucking stupid cunts. Someone has to clean up their internet validation, yeah. I swear if it wasn't for you guys, I'd quit the internet. Lyra, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here. If it wasn't for you guys, I would quit the internet. Do they have... I hope so. I hope so. But it was kind of more of a thing where they do it, they get the reaction, and they leave. Chances are those didn't work, but like 1 out of 20 times, yeah. Trust me, I worked for Best Buy. I've been to several... I worked in several different stores. A lot of those cameras don't work. Way too many of those cameras don't work. So I gotta imagine at a grocery store, they're not gonna work. Oh shit! Can I get a permit for Lord, please? Paste it again, Lord. Fucking got him. There's like 4 people who got arrested for licking ice cream. Yeah, people are stupid. You remember the fire challenge when people were pouring fucking nail polish remover on themselves and lighting themselves on fire in the shower? Remember that shit? One lady almost got a terrorism charge because it was during the pandemic. Yeah. Apparently, diluted bleach is used in EU chicken for years. You mean at the processing plant where they do the chlorinated chicken? I remember that whole thing. Chlorinated chicken, how safe is it? Fears over chlorine-washed chicken and other U.S. farming practices have been described by a U.S. ambassador to U.K., Woody Johnson, as inflammatory and misleading. I remember them talking about this. Mr. Johnson urged the UK to embrace U.S. farming methods after Washington published its objectives for a UK-U.S. trade deal. He said the process would be used by EU farmers to treat vegetables and that it was the best way to deal with salmonella and other bacteria. So is it safe? Evidence suggests that chlorine wash itself is not harmful, but the concern is treating the meat with chlorine at the end allows poorer hygiene elsewhere in the production process. Oh. Why ban chlorine-washed chicken? Washing chicken with chlorine and other disinfectants to remove harmful bacteria was a practice banned in the EU in 1997 over food safety concerns. The ban has stopped virtually all imports of U.S. chicken meat, which is generally treated by this process. So there you go, guys. U.S. chicken meat is almost always treated with this process. But we're not talking about this is treated at the plant, right? So I thought we were talking about people who were actually soaking their chicken in bleach at home. It's not consuming chlorine itself that the EU is worried about. In fact, in 2005, the European Food Safety Authority said that exposure to chlorine residues arising from treated poultry carcasses would be of no safety concern. Chlorine-rinsed bagged salads are common in the UK and in other countries in the EU. But the EU believes that relying on a chlorine rinse at the end of the meat production process could be a way of compensating for poor hygiene standards such as dirty or crowded abattoirs. Instead, the EU says the best way to eliminate the risk of salmonella and other bacteria is to maintain high farming and production standards. The EU Commission says this rule is part of wider EU legislation ensuring a high level of safety throughout the food chain from farm to fork. The U.S. has voiced frustration, saying the ban is not based on scientific evidence. It even tried to bring a case before the World Trade Organization in 2008. Does the U.S. meat have more harmful bacteria? The U.S. Department of Agriculture National Antimicrobial Resistance Monitoring System tests samples of raw chicken from shops for bacteria. In its most recent round of testing, it found a significant amount of bacteria Campylobacter, the most common cause of food poisoning in 30% of chicken carcasses, 26% of chicken parts, and 58% of mechanically processed or mechanically separated chicken, which is used to make things like chicken nuggets. It recorded how much of the chicken had more than 400 units of bacteria per gram of meat. In the UK, the government's Food Standards Agency found 54% of chicken had traces of the bacteria, but only 6 had it at the highest levels. More than 1,000 units of bacteria per gram of meat. Since that they don't measure exactly the same thing, it's difficult to compare these results. Chlorine does reduce the bacteria on chicken, although by how much is disputed. The World Health Organization has highlighted studies on the effectiveness of chlorine treatment to give mixed results. A study of the University of Southampton last year found that chlorine could make food-borne pathogens undetectable, giving lower microbial counts in testing, but without actually killing them. So they might remain capable of causing disease. It's not straight bleach, so it's kind of the same. I got you. need to stop using our health care system to keep willfully stupid people alive. More importantly, you're about to cook the fuck out of chicken. Why are you trying to clean it off with water that just won't knock out? The heat is going to take care of anything else that might be dangerous. Most likely, yeah. My U.S. meat doesn't have harmful bacteria. Jesus Christ. So long as you hit 165 on chicken, it's fucking safe. I swear, some people. Shit, I like 175 on my chicken. Odd take, but I like my chicken slightly dry. Ugh, I don't really like dry chicken. These are the same people that think that their meat they are buying is sitting in blood. It's not blood, it's meat juice. It's not blood. Yeah, everything's blood. I can't see it. It must not be bad. Kentucky Fried Clorox. Same girl I know washes with soap. Ground beef to wash all the blood away. Ugh. It's fucking terrible, man. That's fucking terrible. I hope that there's nothing in this world that I am that ignorant about. I really hope. She also has a criminal record on criminal DUI on record, and still drinks and drives. Oh man, I know people like that though. I know people like that, like really bad DUIs, and still can't help themselves. She cut her vodka with Ajax. So anyway, before we were completely derailed, she's pro-life. Oh, God. Oh, no. Mr. Bill. So I'm thinking about doing this on Tuesday. I'm thinking it might be fun to play Deathloop. It's like I said, it's expensive, but I'm willing to take the gamble on it. Play through maybe the single player version, right? And then maybe try to go through. So you can invade as the counter assassin. You can invade other people's games if they have it enabled. Maybe we go in and try to invade people's games. Hopefully nobody will be dumb enough to yogurt her ham wallet. Oh, God. Goddamn s'mores. Typing Warrior. Thanks for the follow. Nameology says Vampire the Masquerade put out a new battleground that is free to play. Oh, that's right. What's it called? Blood Hunt. Blood Hunt. Have you played any of it, Namey? Has anybody fucked with it? It's got mixed reviews. Blood Hunt is a thrilling, free-to-play battle royale set in the Vampire the Masquerade universe. Use your supernatural powers, weapons, and wit to dominate the night and restore the masquerade. How was it? Deathloop gives off a Bulletstorm vibe, and I'm here for it. I think we're gonna have a fun time with it. If anything, we'll at least get the playthrough on the single player. Blood hunting. You are you a vampire or or a pedophile? I think it would be more fun in team play with friends. I saw someone playing it in teams. Was it Katira? Who did we see? We saw someone playing it in teams. So you can play solos, or do you have to be on a team, or how does it all work? You can do either. I like solos. It just depends, right? You're a vampiric tampon, you thirst. God damn it. Another recent news. No, did you hear about the ex-conservative judge who killed himself to avoid child sex crimes? Jesus Christ. There's kind of PvE as well as in the game, really. Goddamn, Carrion. I really like their character models.
What is beauty? A scenic skyline. A striking garment, perfectly fit. A chance encounter. An aching kiss. A rallying cry in the heat of battle.
A third-person perspective?
An encouraging voice in a time of need. Stunning radiance that overwhelms the senses. Deadly poise that knows no equal. A humbled foe begging for mercy. Some die for beauty.
How many people in a match, Namie?
We are artists. We are Toreador.
Huh. There seem to be a lot. So, like, how do you know you won? I guess. Better than the Harvest game? I don't even know the Harvest game. Looks kind of like that other vampire game that they showcased at E3. Yeah, you talking about Redfall? Me and Sean were talking about Redfall earlier. Yeah, the metahumans versus vampires. Yeah, that's Redfall. Same as all battle royales. There is a wall that closes and forcing everyone together. Last man standing. Oh, okay. Maybe we'll fucks with this sometime. Maybe we should fucks with this sometime. Requires third-party account. Shark Mob. Supports linking to Steam. Okay. All right. I put it on the wish list. Maybe we'll fucks with it. Maybe we'll fucks with it. I can't believe Predator Hunting Grounds is still $30. What is the Steam chart on Predator Hunting Grounds? 30-day average, 138 people. I would be down to try it. I'd be down to try it. Oh, it's Death Garden Bloodheart. Oh, yeah, I love Death Garden. I love Death Garden. I actually miss Death Garden. Hi, Squirf. It didn't last too long, no, because they released it too fucking early, man. They should have just pushed back. They should have just pushed it back and waited until when they came back and they redid all of it and made it look amazing. Squopez demands tribute. That's how they should have released the game. The remake and the reskinning of the game and making it look so much fucking better is how they should have released the game. It was too fucking late. Yeah. Predator Hunting Grounds is dead as fuck. 24-hour peak of 147. All-time peak, 326. And that's probably the day Morph played it. What's up, Tina? How are you? Yeah, I don't think these are numbers that require spending $30. I don't think these are numbers you spend $30 on. The only reason why I got that game was Mr. Stark's voice. Mr. Stark's voice. There's a YouTuber that does a lot of videos on it still. Man, it's just... That is terrible numbers, though. How many people are you going up against at that point? Oh, Lord, yeah, we definitely played Death Garden. We streamed it a few times. I loved Death Garden. I wish it had caught on. I loved it. I didn't like being the hunter. I loved playing runner, though. Yeah, you talking about VHS? VHS looks pretty fucking tight. Not gonna lie. The runners were always super underpowered. Yeah, it was tough, man. It was a tough one to deal with. I think VHS is on here. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe it's gotta do it here. VHS reveal trailer. 4v1 asymmetrical horror game. VHS. You that bully squads would break the game, though? You think so? At least that lets you fight back. Oh, it's the cold shoulder. What up? Welcome over, everybody. Welcome over. What up, Kaladin? Chode, how you doing? How are your hunts? Chode, by the way, prominently featured.
Your pieces.
My gun.
Oh.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bang! Bang! No, I don't see so good, so I missed. Then they ran away. I ran after them.
Okay.
Bang! Try to shoot him in the back. But I don't want so good either. Anyway.
I'm turning that off. It's getting turned off. What up, man? Prominently featured on the Dr. Disrespect Hunt Showdown video, by the way, at the 11-minute mark. At the 11-minute mark, he goes mano a mano with Dr. Disrespect in some melees. What up, man? Thought I could blast the raid. Was Chode filming in restrooms? I would have died if Chode had punched him out. We would have never seen it, though. He spanked me good. It wouldn't have been on the thing unless Chode told us about it. It wouldn't have been on the video because they only put up the wins. I thought he'd just say, anyway, I started blasting. It's okay, Ned. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm the person that put up the really long fucking redeems, thinking it'd be funny. It's makes me cry. He did have a montage of his deaths in there too. Oh, did he? Okay. I do love that in the video he's like, why has no one told me about this game? And then like it's all the clips of him saying, so many people have been telling me to play this game. So many people have been telling me to play this game. Why has no one told me about this game? Chode, thank you for that raid. I really appreciate it. I hope your folks are doing well, and I'm glad they're all here. I appreciate you sharing them. Sharing them over. I gotta look. Hang on. Trying to fix something here. Let me look at something real quick. 1 second. Where the fuck? No, that's not what I want. There we go. Got it. Beep. That's how that works. See? That's how you do it. Had to activate it back. Tina, hope you're doing well. Community games are always fun. I got many tags, 0 kills. When we're doing community quick plays, that what was going on there? The spoon and puppies? Yeah, look at the spoon and puppies. There you go. Much more interesting than me. Did you ever see that Crash Zone 2 game, the one made by the people who did Burnout? No, never did. That's a really clear CRT. I know, right? It's HD CRT. CRT HD. What's it called? Crash Zone 2? See, Crumple Zone. Yeah, I don't see a Crash Zone 2. Danger Zone 2. The fuck is this? This looks like some fucking Tokyo Drift shit. I don't know why I don't like racing games more. I'm not sure. It's more of a do damage kind of game. I've got some Tokyo Drift shit. I've got what's it called? What's that fucking shit called? What's that fucking game, man? Cars and shit. Cars and shit. Wreckfest. I've got Wreckfest. Spy Hunter, best car game ever. Best car game ever. Stunt Race FX. Best car game ever. F-Zero, that's some old school shit. Yeah. But yeah, I've got this game. I've played it with Sheets and Banshee and Crucial before. This one. It's pretty much just that you got like figure 8 races. You've got fucking destruction derbies, all that stuff. Gran Turismo on PS1. Jeez. Gran Turismo. Old school shit for old people. That's right. Give me just a second, Chep. Gotta pee. I drank too much water. Tired. It's been a long weekend, man. It's been a long fucking weekend. Yeah, so I think what we're doing on Tuesday and Wednesday. I am streaming Tuesday and Wednesday. I think we're going to be doing the Deathloop. The Deathloop. I also want to get to this. I wanted to get to this on Wednesday, and it just didn't happen because we were having technical difficulties at the beginning of the stream, but I want to definitely play Genesis Noir. I want to do it. It looks awesome. It looks awesome. I thought about doing that today. I just didn't get on to stream in time. Ned, are you going to play Deathloop? Is Deathloop going to be your jam? I have a feeling so many people are going to be playing it on Tuesday. It's going to be a lot of folks playing Deathloop, I think. Looks fun as balls. I think it's like $20 on PlayStation. Sounds awesome. Condensation water on my shit. Fucking humidity, bro. If I do, it's going to be when it's free. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Every now and then I'll gamble on a game. I'll gamble on a game and just say, fuck it, I'm going to buy it, see what happens. It usually doesn't end up going well. So I'm kind of like one of those things. It's kind of one of those things where it's like I'm absolutely going to be jinxing myself, but I'm probably going to do it anyway. It's full price release, $60. $60. Battlefield 2042, October 11th. Eric's gonna wants some Battlefield 2 friends, 2042 friends. I'll be honest, I've only ever played a demo of one of the Battlefield games. Battlefield 2042, is that going to be EA? Who is that? Who does that? DICE? Yeah, EA. All knives versus all paddles? All knives versus all paddles? Come on. Oh, this is sandbox stuff? Oh, okay. I kind of just want to take part in a knives versus paddles. You can have modern weapons and still kill Nazis. It's Battlefield 2042. Hazard Zone. Do they have a trailer for Hazard Zone? Is there a Hazard Zone trailer, Eric? Secret still. Oh. I thought you said October 11th. What's this October 23rd bullshit here? What's this bullshit? You're trying to get me hyped for something that's not going to come out until fucking 12 days later than you say. Oh, if you pre-order. Origin. I'm kind of curious now. VHS game Battlefield. Oh my God. Hazard Zone, new details. How many of these are telling you nothing? How many of these videos, seeing the fact that it doesn't say DICE or EA in the channel, how many of these are telling you fucking nothing? That's what I figured. Dude, there is such a fucking business in peddling I don't fucking know, but here's a fucking 4-minute, 11-minute, 7-minute, 10-minute, 5-minute videos on this shit. I'm here to peddle hype. Okay. Just tell me anything about Hazard Zone. Still an honest way to make more money than Wall Street? Yeah, maybe so. Lore.
As these non-patrioted call themselves, have become one of the world's largest factions, fighting not for country, but for survival.
I almost wonder, like, in my head, I'm like, what if we did YouTube videos that told you you're going to learn nothing about this thing, but make like a great thumbnail and all this shit? You're going to learn nothing about Battlefield 2042 Hazard Zone, but here's a video about Battlefield 2042 Hazard Zone.
Good. The informant has arrived.
Fuck. Ambush.
That briefcase is our ace card. Do not fail us, Captain.
Usually I know what I'm risking my neck for.
Usually, I don't explain myself.
Shit. There you are.
Oh shit, R.I.P. Michael K. Williams. Oh, that's fucking depressing, man. This is Exodus, a short film for Battlefield 2042. He was one of the main characters in Battlefield 4. Dude, Michael K. Williams is such a great fucking actor. It sucks what happened to him.
Irish, you traitor. Oh, how much do the no-pats pay you to fuck over your own country?
My loyalty is with the refugees on this boat. That includes you now.
Irish, Oz is better 20 clicks out. I think you better take a look at something.
Listen, if you give Oz that case, that fucking terrorist will start World War III.
That's what they always say, Pac. Believe that shit if you want to. But I know what I'm fighting for.
Dad, you came back.
Always, big man. Hey, I got something for you.
Who's that?
Nobody. Head back downstairs now. Put that back, Ra. We don't get paid to interfere.
I know, but this is too big to ignore. America's got an experimental weapon that's about to fall out of the sky at these coordinates in 36 hours. They're desperate to recover their dirty little secret. If Russia gets it first, it could spark a war.
Fuck. We can't let that maniac get his hands on the coordinates. Pekowski was right.
Oz's men will be here any second. He will stop at nothing to get what he wants. We have civilians on board. We don't have enough manpower. I don't think we have a choice.
Head straight into that storm.
That's a Category 5, sir.
Nah. That's home field advantage.
Home field advantage.
I think they sense the deal's off.
You have the control. Oz ain't taking this boat.
Irish, the storm is gonna kill us!
This storm's a fucking cavalry!
I'll knock the breath out of you.
I thought we were on the same team.
Oz! Tell him to get his fucking hands off of my son!
You know who the Ronin were, Irish. They were warriors with no country, no cause. That's how they see us. The wild ones who forget we exist. Give us the intel and we will force them to see.
You start this war, millions of no-pads will die in the crossfire.
The price we pay for a new world.
Is that Rami Malek? It is, right? Not anymore, it's not. Like Joey Lawrence from the 90s? Really? It looks like Rami Malek. Doesn't look like one of the Lawrences at all. Or are you fucking with me?
History will remember this, Irish.
And so will I.
Only one way to stop this war. And that's to get in the middle of it. Put a call out to any notepad who will listen.
36 hours to door. Get ready to fight!
All right. That's a big maybe. It's a big maybe. We'll see. Guys, thanks for hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. I know it's a short one. I just wanted to jump on and let you guys know that I'm still alive. And we'll be playing Deathloop on Tuesday and Wednesday this week. We still using walkie-talkies in 2042? I hope so. I want a walkie-talkie versus paddles match. Walkie-talkie versus tin can and string match.
I want your shoes, baby.
Everybody wants the shoes, baby. Anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. I'll be back on Tomahawk pitchforks only. Oof. I'll be back on Tuesday night for some Deathloop on Tuesday. And otherwise, I'll be on the Discord, and you can also follow me on all the social medias at Lopez Radio, and we've got a couple of podcasts. Check them out. You guys are the best. Ned, thanks for being here. Everybody, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I feel like it was a really fun just chatting. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Hope you all have a wonderful night. And I'll see you on them internets. Stay safe. Have a good start to your week. Bye. Bye.